You're given a rectangle in this question, and we'll start with the perimeter. They're asking you to find the perimeter of this shape, and you're writing it as a simplified, that's what's important here, simplified expression. So you need to simplify your final answer. Well, how do we find perimeter of a shape, of a rectangle, for example? So when you're asked to find the perimeter, it refers to the total distance around the outside
Guys, stop talking.
of a shape. Thank you. Okay, if this is 3y, what do you know about this shape? It's a rectangle. Which other side length would be 3y, Glenn? The opposite side, okay? 3y. If this is 4x squared, then the opposite side length would also be 4x squared. So I want you to label that. That's important. We're finding the perimeter. And as someone already said, the perimeter is the total distance added up around the outside of the shape. So to find the perimeter, what am I adding together? Okay, we're adding 3y plus what else? Okay, this is part of the outside of the shape. Is that all we're adding together to get the total? What else?
4x squared.
Plus 4x squared and 4x squared. That will give me all side lengths. Now, like I said earlier, simplify. This is how you get marks. We need to simplify this expression. Just based on this information, do we know what the perimeter is going to be? Can you tell me how many centimeters or meters, whatever it is? No. Why not?
They're not nice variables.
No, because we don't know y and we don't know x. I don't know what those represent right now. We are going to get to that later. But right now, we're just writing a simplified expression to represent the perimeter. So, how would we simplify this? Yes?
2.
Good. Sorry. The perimeter is equal to 6y, which was that, 3y plus 3y, plus 8x squared. 4 plus 4 is 8. Can you write it like this? Perimeter equals 8x squared plus 6y. Is that also correct? Yakub?
Miss.
Both of these are correct because you're just showing addition. You're showing 6y plus 8x squared. Here I'm also showing 6y plus 8x squared. The order doesn't matter because the signs stay the same in this one. The perimeter of the shape is represented by this expression. That was just a simplified expression. You're making it shorter. It's easier to work with. I could leave it as 3y plus 3y plus 4x squared plus 4x squared, but that's longer, right? Now you have to calculate the actual perimeter if x is equal to what? What did they tell you x is equal to? 2 centimeters. And y is equal to what? 3 centimeters. So now we know the values for the unknown. This was unknown before. I didn't know what x was. Now I know that x is 2. And now I know that y is 3. What does 6y mean? What operation is that? Multiplication. So now we're going to find the actual perimeter, okay? So what are we going to do with these numbers that were given? Yes? Plug it in for the variable. So we have 8 x squared. Instead of writing x squared, what do I write? 2 what? Squared, good. Plus 6y. Instead of writing y, I'm writing 63. Good, thank you. Not. The very first operation.
8 to the power.
It's not. You have to do your exponents first. It's 2 to the power of 2. So it's 8 times, what's 2 to the power of 2?
4.
Good. Plus 6 times 3. What's 8 times 4?
32.
Plus 6 times 3?
18.
32 plus 18?
40. 45. 40.
50 centimeters. So the actual perimeter, if x is 2 centimeters and y is 3 centimeters, the actual perimeter is 50 centimeters. Using the same diagram, the same rectangle, okay, now we need to find a simplified expression of the area. How do you find area of a rectangle? Yes. Good. Length times width. So which one is the length? Glenn? 4x squared we'll label as a length, and 3y is the width. Does it matter if I write 3y, or sorry, let's do it the other way. If I write 4x squared times 3y, or if we write 3y times 4x squared. Does it matter the order when you multiply? No, so it doesn't matter which one you label length and width, okay? Let's do this one. Area equals length times width. When you're multiplying powers, we start with multiplying the coefficient. So the number in front of the variable. Let's start with that. What's 3 times 4? Okay? Let's do it this way as well. 4 times 3 is what? 12. Does it matter, the order? Okay. What is x squared times y? We have to multiply each part. How would you write x squared times y? X squared y. Not xy squared. It's x squared times y, so it's just x squared y. Just like if you write 5 times x, you would write 5x. If I write 5 times x times y, it would be 5xy. Okay, that's just as a side note. Y times x squared, y x squared. Either of these are correct. Who wrote this? 12x squared y. That's it. That's the answer. That's the simplified expression of the area. 12x squared y or 12yx squared. The area is represented by the expression 12x squared y. Now we're going to calculate the actual area if, same thing, x equals what? 2 centimeters, isn't it 2?
Yes.
And y equals 3 centimeters. So the expression, simplified, is 12x squared y. We now know x, and we now know y. So what do you do? Yes.
12 times 2.
2 to the power of, and then times. Okay, so we have 12 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by 3. What do you do first? Bedmass. Okay, so the final answer is area is 144 centimeters squared.